Is the U.S. Surgeon General crying wolf? Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. The Surgeon General, Vivek Murthy, whose term expires Monday, ginned up a storm a few days ago when he recommended that alcohol should have cigarette-like cancer warnings. He declared that drinking beer, wine, and other kinds of booze is, quote, a leading preventable cause of cancer in the U.S., end quote. He gets more ominous with his report saying for certain cancers, quote, that this risk may start to increase around one or fewer drinks per day, end quote. Well, it turns out the Surgeon General really isn't following the science. He's trying to whip up another round of health-related hysteria to further more government control over our lives. It's this kind of emotional demagoguery that so discredited public health officials during the pandemic, when it turns out the public was repeatedly misled concerning the needed length of the lockdowns, the need to vaccinate children, the need to keep schools closed for so long, and on and on. It's time our public health authorities sober up. Fortunately, some key appointments in the health area by Donald Trump, such as Marty Makary at the FDA and Jay Bhattacharya at the National Institutes of Health, are very encouraging as they suffered firsthand during the COVID crisis from government attacks and censorship when they called out wrong-headed COVID decisions and pronouncements. Murthy exemplifies modern socialism. Unlike traditional Marxists who thought socialism meant government taking over the means of production, today's version recognizes you can achieve suffocating control through ever more extensive regulation. In Murthy's case here, you don't call for prohibition, which was discredited by actual experience over a century ago. Instead, you proclaim that drinking is a leading cause of cancer. Voila! You deepen your claws into another industry you don't like. Hence the Surgeon General's call for reassessing the recommended limits of alcohol consumption. There will be the usual follow-up calls for more taxes and restrictions of venues where one can buy or consume alcohol. By the way, booze already has 2 health warnings on their labels. The Surgeon General conveniently ignored a report issued a couple of weeks before by the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine, NAS. Under a congressional mandate, the NAS examined the health effects of moderate drinking, which is up to 2 drinks a day for men and up to 1 drink a day for women. Its findings are a calm, balanced contrast to the Surgeon General's fevered alarms. The NAS declared in a statement that, quote, the report concludes with moderate certainty that compared with never consuming alcohol, moderate alcohol consumption is associated with lower all-cause mortality, end quote. Of course, the NAS states the obvious, that heavy drinking can adversely affect one's health in numerous ways. The hype here, and with other public health exaggerations or outright falsehoods, reminds one of the fable of the boy who cried wolf. He was tending sheep and for kicks yelled out that there was a wolf nearby. Concerned villagers ran over. The boy laughed at his own prank.